Our next guest is the best golfer I know, but he's not here to talk about golf today. He's here to talk about the new renovated La Mesa. John Lieber is here. John, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Derek. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. You know, I can't help but talk about you as a golfer whenever I have you on one of my shows because I've never seen anyone light up a course like you did the last time we played. But we're here today to talk about La Mesa and the fact that it's changed dramatically. One of the cool things I think about the show that we're doing is we're telling people what's going on in some of these places you haven't visited maybe in a long time in San Diego County. I used to live in La Mesa, and I go back every 3 or 4 years just to check it out, reminisce a little bit. My daughter was born there, and it's changed so much. What is going on, man?
Well, you know, over the last, really, we've had better businesses coming in over the last couple of years. You see better restaurants, you see wine bars. They just opened 2 new craft breweries in La Mesa. And so I don't know if a lot of it had to do with the downtown renovation or not, but they've been doing a multi-million-dollar renovation project, which is all new landscaping, sidewalks, streets, infrastructure, all this stuff right in the downtown La Mesa area. So it's really attracted a younger kind of trendy, group into the area. And, for business, for real estate, it's been fantastic because that's going to just continue to drive prices up. But it's just great to see a real facelift and to see a different crowd kind of moving into La Mesa.
Yeah, it used to be all antique shops, right?
We were just
Mesa Boulevard.
I think over half the businesses were antique shops, 10 years ago when you were. So you must have really been into antiquing back in the day in 06.
There was nothing. I went out for something to eat. And I came home with antiques.
So, it's great. I mean, we've got great restaurants there. The Cone Restaurant Group, who has fantastic restaurants all over the county and Hawaii. They've got Bobo in La Mesa.
So you always had that good shopping, And the community area, the homes are a little bit older, so they have kind of this really cool feel to them. I lived in a home there that was so cool. I've never had a layout like that before. A 3-story layout like the way that it was so neat. So a lot of unique homes too.
Yeah, totally.
How's the real estate market reacting to all of this money that's being poured into the Mesa area?
Well, I mean, you can imagine that prices have gone up, and really prices have gone up in most areas over the last few years, but I've just seen so much more popularity in the downtown La Mesa area itself. You just don't see many homes for sale there anymore that stay on the market. I mean, when I last looked, I think there were 6 homes within the village area.
Wow.
And so, I mean, there's other, I'll talk about Mount Helix a little bit too, but within the village, there's just so much demand because it is kind of like a North Park or South Park now.
Right.
And so you're getting a different group of people. You're getting younger families moving in there.
But what's happening, I think, is that the border of what's considered to be East County or East San Diego has changed. It's moved a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, La Mesa, people will still call it East County, but it's really not. I mean, if you think about how quickly you can get to downtown, for example, by taking the 94, or how quickly you get right into Mission Valley by taking the 8.
Yeah.
You can get central or downtown very, very quickly from La Mesa. So I think what's happening is, as the expansion, the populous expansion is happening, La Mesa is becoming more central, more desirable, mm-hmm. more money's coming in there, and all those things are just adding up to a pretty hot real estate market.
Yeah, totally. It's interesting because I always considered, La Mesa borders San Carlos, and so I always thought East County more or less starts at the La Mesa zip code. That's the dividing line, but.
Right.
But really, when you think about getting downtown, the 94 is the quickest route downtown from there, and La Mesa is quicker than San Carlos and Del Cerro and some of those areas.
Definitely.
So, I mean, it is a great central location.
What does the future look like for La Mesa real estate, John?
I think just for those reasons I mentioned, I think it's going to be really strong going forward, because you've got something that's attracting younger buyers, and I think that's the key.
That's the key.
When you've got a community that's getting older and there's really nothing drawing younger people in, where's it going to go? But you've got a great school system, you've got all these businesses that are bringing younger people in. We've seen the home prices rising. Just a little bit about the village itself. It's so unique, and I think that's why it's another reason why it's bringing different people in is that you don't have a development that was done at any one time within the village. You have homes from the early 1900s there that are historically significant, like the one you said you lived in.
Yep.
You've got 1930s Spanish style homes. You've got mid-century moderns that were designed by prominent architects at the time. And then you've got new development too. So it's really an interesting mix of homes, and there's just a lot of variety for really everybody.
Dynamic.
Yeah.
Totally dynamic as far as what you're going to get from one place to the next. Yeah, I'll never forget where I lived on 3rd Street. It was a really cool.
Oh, you were 3rd?
Yeah, on 3rd Street, yeah.
I used to be, right when I got married, I was on Cypress.
Yeah.
Which is just on the other side of La Mesa Boulevard.
We were probably
from you.
neighbors.
I know, probably.
Good thing we didn't know each other back then, because you'd have really whipped my butt on the golf course.
Oh, I know, totally.
You've also got a property, a hot listing that's going to be coming on the market soon in La Mesa, right?
It's actually San Carlos.
San Carlos.
So next zip code over, 7728 Lake Tahoe Avenue. And I'm glad you brought up the golf here, because this is one of the few golf course homes available in the area. It sits on Mission Trails Golf Course, which I don't know if you were playing that back in the day when you were.
Yeah.
So Mission Trails is an older course.
Short.
San Carlos is an older community.
Yeah.
But it was never set up as a golf course community, so you don't have homes lining every fairway like you see in a lot of the newer developments. So it's made the golf course front homes a lot more desirable, and they sell at more of a premium. So 7728 Lake Tahoe Avenue, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500 square foot single level home. And the cool thing about it is it's on the golf course, but it's elevated off the golf course enough to where you don't have people looking for their golf ball in your backyard and looking in your,
you're not in any danger.
Yeah. So, and you're also elevated enough that you don't just look at one hole, you look at the entire golf course itself, which is sweet. So you're looking east over Cowles Mountain, the golf course. You're right there. You've got a little gate in your backyard, so you could sneak out and,
grab a hole or two.
Yeah, grab a hole or two at dark or something like that. Price is going to be low 800s on that one. And I think for anyone that likes golf, that likes the view, and they're looking in that area, I mean, it's just going to be one of the best properties available. Yeah,
it's a refurbished property, right? Or it's a completely renovated property.
And hopefully some of the pictures I sent in will show up, because I've got some of the befores. We don't have any of the afters yet because it's not quite done. I've never seen a lime green kitchen before, but it's awesome. I mean, lime green, we had a velvet wallpaper in one of the bathrooms. I mean, it's a beauty, but it's going to be brand new. We actually had 2 offers on it before we closed escrow to buy it.
Wow!
For significantly more. I'd never had that happen before. So
wow, hot property.
I know it's going to go quick. So if anyone wants to take a private tour of it, I can get them in between construction times. And
absolutely, you can see that property right now just by calling John Lieber at the number below. And if you're looking in the San Carlos, La Mesa area for real estate, John's a good person that you can call to get an idea on what the market is going to yield there, what you'll be able to buy for your money. You can trust him with that for sure. John, really appreciate your time. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
Great to have you. Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, all commercial free. We'll be right back.